What's the gig? Danny Dealz, Danny W. Dealz, Triple D, the Deal Machine, coming off the bench for old Joey G. We were here at the gathering. Look who I ran into.
That's right.
Old Kerry Moore, Southern Six. Now, the Southern Six, first of all, look at this. NationalWrestlingAlliance.com. Hit the shop button. Look at that shirt right
It's
here.
the hottest shirt in town.
And you got to have some confidence to wear a shirt with your own face on.
You're darn right I do. And Kerry Morton is no shy sack of confidence, to say the least. Confidence is something that's intimidated by me. That's the thing. Is I have more confidence. I got enough more confidence in my fingernail than most of these clowns out here at this gathering.
There's shoot clowns out here, too.
Yeah, no doubt.
This is the thing. With the gathering, the Southern Six, you're going to whip a little ass tonight. Priming up for 76.
Absolutely.
Coming up in Philadelphia.
Listen, 76 is just another level to achieve necessarily. Kerry Morton's the hottest he can possibly be right now. Southern Six, hottest he can possibly be. You see old throwability, you see Kerry Morton, you see big AT, Alex Taylor. We're doing the darn thing. Having fun, taking care of one another. And we're going to show out tonight at JCW Lucy.
Saturday, August 31st, celebrate 76 years of the National Wrestling Alliance as we return to the 2300 Arena in Philadelphia. Join us as we reclaim the sport's most historic legacy in wrestling's hottest city on a night that promises to be filled with action, intensity, and surprises you don't want to miss. Visit NWALiveEvents.com for tickets today.
For over 70 years, one name has stood for history, legacy, and tradition in professional wrestling. And the centerpiece of that legacy is the original lineal heavyweight championship of the world, the one that started them all, known to many as the 10 pounds of gold. Now, by popular demand, you can have your very own symbol of excellence, as the NWA has teamed up with Fandu Belts to bring you the official replica of the NWA World Heavyweight Championship. This meticulously handcrafted belt is available in two options: the original pre-2021 Glory, as well as the updated version featuring the UK plate. Own the granddaddy of them all, the 10 pounds of gold. To order, visit fandubelt.com/NWA.
I have missed all of you so very, very much. What is up, you beautiful people? This is Gary Horne. This is the NWA. It's a show celebrating the past, present, future, history, legacy, and tradition of the greatest pro wrestling entity of all time. Of course, we're talking about the National Wrestling Alliance. It's so good to see everybody again.
I find it very funny, Gary, that you're gone for several weeks while Joe's wife is waiting to give birth. Here we are, the baby's in the world, the baby exists, and you're back. Gary, are you secretly the father of Joe Galli's wife's child? And that's what this was. You're on Baby Watch.
Actually, Gary's actually the baby.
That's where I thought you were going with it.
That was a really weird C-section. Just like, hey, guys.
That was a hell of a decision to get him.
No wonder it was so big.
It was always me, Joe. It was always me.
You thought it was a
my
revealing sauce
My
when he
son,
was on
Gary.
the floor the whole time, but Gary's been in her uterus for years.
Oh, this is
Well,
we're starting off with a bang. This is great.
This is
feels-
this is gonna be a lot.
Axel Gonzalez saying, "Hello, guys. How are you? We're doing great, as you can tell. We got a new father in the house right here, Big Papa Galli. Holla if you hear him.
You know what? Let's get this over with. She's
Let's
napping
just
right
do
now.
it. I mean,
play the intro and let's see if I can get back in time.
You said she's
Yeah, I
napping.
gotta-
Don't wake her up.
There's
That's
so many new videos on this thing. I have to find it. All right, here we go.
5 or 6 days.
Gaga, goo goo, coochie coochie coo. Joe's got a baby update for you. Gaga, goo goo, coochie coochie coo. Joe's got a baby update for you.
All right, he's not back, but if for those of you who didn't see her, there's Ivy and Galli right there on the screen. You can see her eyes
Her
open.
blanket matches her name tag up there.
Yeah,
Very
look at
coordinated
that
already.
coordination.
Look at that.
Look at the
wait.
child who's right here.
But
with
there's
us.
the actual Ivy. Look
Oh,
at
she hates being on here as much as you do, Joe.
Oh, and she probably hates it a lot worse.
Let's give her center stage here.
And she's probably just as gassy as I am too. Look at
Nice.
that.
Oh,
Look at how
God.
small she is. She's 5
She's so
pounds 11
tiny.
ounces. She's a little baby. She's so little.
Joe was on the phone with me earlier today, and he goes, "How big were you when you were born, Kyle?" And I have my birth certificate. I was like 9 pounds and like 5 ounces, and he's like, "Jesus,
You were double my baby. You were
I was 10 pounds 8 ounces.
yeah, baby."
Ridiculous.
But she's so
Except
little.
you grew up to be tall. I grew up to be
I
short.
don't know what I was.
Yeah.
I was there, but I just don't know.
You got a big head. Maybe we can get her Southern Six hat or something in there.
There you go.
Yeah,
Oh,
there you
the
go.
guy
I
that was
love how
responsible for children all over the U.S. and now sponsoring a child as well.
Yeah,
His
yeah,
Southern Six.
Gary, do me a
you
favor, bring up that QR code at the top, or the big one that we have for the baby stuff.
Oh yeah,
'Cause
yeah.
I just want
I
to
saw
plug
it, I
something
saw it.
real fast with that. There it is, right there.
I got it. I know
Oh,
where
he
it
did it.
is.
Sorry.
There it is. Thank you, producer Kyle. But here, I'm gonna go hand this off to Grandma, who's visiting us right now. Grandma and Grandpa, and I'll be right back. Yeah, it's okay. Yeah, it's okay.
She went like so quickly between angry and then calm and angry and then calm. It's like my wife. It's so weird. It's
All right, so
Is Joe?
because she's a woman.
and being a woman is very difficult. Gary, there's a photo here I want to show people. This one right here. Look at that.
Yeah.
Motherhood is hard, ladies and gentlemen. As you can see, there are ice packs on my wife's breasts
I can't see.
because that's a hungry baby, and I fell asleep in that lovely Power shirt that I believe is available at the shop.
There's still a few sizes available.
Still a few sizes of it. It's great for napping in, which I do with the baby. And the thing right now is, so we've got the breast milk's coming, but the baby's hungrier than the boobs can produce. So we actually have to incorporate a lot of formula, and we're still figuring it out. That stuff's real expensive. And the people who watch this podcast have been so great, have been so generous. And if you could continue that just for a little while longer, we put some new stuff up on that baby registry, which you can see at that. Where is it? There we go. That QR code at the top corner. And so if you take a look and you want to help support this little look how cute she is. Look how cute. Come on. Don't you want to help her out?
Joe's nipples are chafed.
They are.
It
does-
looked
been a
like
rough
Joe, you were
week.
rolling
He
off
goes
the
for it.
couch slightly when you were sleeping, and I was worried the baby was just going to have to learn how to take bumps.
She already does a good quarter roll, so she could do
Perfect.
That.
Because
Just the
even
left
if you weigh
arm.
76,
on the
it's
right.
right around the corner in the Burke
She-
Invitational. Ivy could be in it.
You can't do it like a Japanese arm drag, but traditional.
No, those were my favorites.
Yeah, those are my favorites too. Actually, I like them.
Yeah, see?
So again, thank you for everybody who had wonderful messages on social media and people who reached out directly to me and from all over walks of life, whether it's just fans of the NWA, former NWA Worlds
Did a
Heavyweight
bunch of the
Champions,
boys text you? Because the
Most of the
Airbnb
boys-
I was in, I told everybody.
all the six crew, all of my
Okay.
boys. In the
Everybody
Southern
text Joe. He's
Yep, everybody text me.
having a
Thank you.
traumatic.
And then and oddly enough, some rock stars and some people who are rapping clowns reached out and said thank you or
Yeah, how
said
about
nice
that?
things. And if I'm a little incoherent, it's because I'm got like an hour and a half sleep. So but I just wanted to say thank you to everybody. So that's all. That's me. That's it.
I've heard that's the deal. Like you get no sleep once
Yeah,
you
yeah.
have a
We're
kid.
we're doing shifts. We're doing shifts.
That's the baby deal. But I heard that there's other deals. Like
There
a
should be
Danny
better
Dealz.
deals.
because I see up above he's got an NWA 76 shirt.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I didn't even notice that till right now. Look at that.
Oh, look at
The whole time.
Damn sleepy.
This is only one of them. This is only one of them. There's
Is
another
that one of
version.
those soft spun gimmicks that I like so much?
Yes, it is soft.
Speaking of nipples, that's gonna feel great on mine. Fantastic.
Yes, very soft. There's going to be another version also, and a hoodie.
Ooh.
Yeah.
But damn, son. That's all
Don't
coming
allow
up.
sound near that baby. That's a good idea.
That's true.
That's true. I heard
You can
rumors.
only drink
Thanks,
breast milk
Funky.
and formula, not blood. Sound does. All right.
Show some more pictures, Gary. I made some.
All
other-
right.
All right. We're going to
Yeah, let's go through some more
You gotta
merch
clean
shots
this out,
here.
Gary.
Here's
People
the
don't
Southern
understand all that
Six.
stuff. There's way too many things.
I know it's hard to find everything because I don't know what you guys have been doing, but there are
Maybe
so many
throwing
new
around.
pictures and
I have a
videos. I have
structure.
no idea. All right. But that's the new Southern Six shirt. You can get that right now in the shop.
That one's pretty fresh, isn't it? Look at it.
Oh, this-
Oh, there we go. Woo! Look at that guy. All that muscle is.
Oh, I'm on a delay.
Oh.
Okay, yeah, look at the muscle.
There we go.
Oh.
Speaking of muscles,
happening the whole time.
I don't know. I'm usually the one doing that, and I'm not doing it this time.
Gary, I'm
Oh,
so
my
sorry.
Lord.
I'm going to take up Joe. I'm exhausted.
Thank you, Kyle. Thank you, Kyle, for stepping up for me, as you have been doing all week. Thank you.
Well, we're flashing through some of the merchandise that you can get now. Deals. I don't know if there's something in particular you want to talk about, but
Let's look at all the new
Nice.
stuff. Look at that LA Envy shirt.
Yeah, it is nice. It is nice.
That's where it's at right now on my phone. I'm on a delay.
No, it's on LNV. LNV's on the screen. The
I
It
left it.
Girl.
I left it for a minute so that it could get you. You could catch up. I don't know that you can catch up, but I'll just
No.
keep flashing.
My
through
main
stuff.
screen still has the 6, so I'm watching on a delay elsewhere. But there's all kinds of new stuff. There should be a new Tiffany Nieves shirt. Did I send you that?
You did, and then I thought that I already had it, but there is a blue version of this shirt.
Yeah,
now.
that is correct. There's a
I
blue.
feel like
version.
we're
Yeah.
responsible for screwing up all of Gary's stuff. Welcome back, Gary. Thanks for being a part of this. It's your show. I'm sorry that we jacked it for a while and ruined it while you were living in Joe Galli's wife.
Mm-hmm. in her womb.
Jack
Everything funny
Dane,
from
who will
that
be in competition tomorrow night in NWA Power, ladies and gentlemen. Let's try
The Baron as well.
Slime Balls. They'll be in action at NWA 76 in the U.S. Tag Team 4-Way.
They will indeed.
Cheers with you.
Oh, there's so much going on. I saw even now, yet to be announced on social media, but you can hear it here first, I guess. I mean, there is going to be a meeting
Whoa!
at the Walmart ahead of time.
Are those the
August
stars of
30th
Billy
on
Corgan's
Friday.
Adventures in Carneyland?
Why can't I get off the screen?
I look like a psycho in that photo. I
What
gotta
is it?
love
Let me see.
That's how you always look, Kyle.
Damn, nobody told me. Danny Dealz,
There
Joe
it
Galli. This is going to be a fun little thing with the NWA Worlds Champion there. Come by, swing by, free of charge. Meet the stars of the National Wrestling Alliance the day before NWA 76 in Philadelphia. If you're in the area, if you plan on going to the show, you might as well stop by, get at some things. I don't know. I'm going to be there looking for figures. That's what I'm doing when we're there. I'm going to be signing things, taking photos, and getting figures.
I'm gonna find an Adam Pierce figure and then just cross off and write Kyle Davis on there.
Adam Pierce figure will be out
like
later
that.
this year, and
Kyle
the
Davis.
legit the head sculpt of it,
It looks
it
cousins.
it could passes me. Yeah,
your cousins.
that's right. And also the build a figure for him has a purple tie, just like I wear. So, Piercy baby, I miss you. What else we got going on? I just mentioned NWA 76, so I guess I'll click on this gimmick right here.
Ooh,
Tickets
look at
available at NWALiveEvents.com. And there have been matches rolling out. And the world title match, obviously 3 on the show. And EC3, I feel like he's having head games played with him a little bit too, because I'm 95% sure who his opponent's going to be, but he hasn't pulled the trigger yet, as they say. And yet I know EC3 it's chewing at him. It's eating at him. He's playing head games with him. But we're going to find out later on tonight if EC3 has anything about that. But otherwise, coming up 76, Knox and Murdoch versus the Southern Six at a tag team grudge match, the rubber match of sorts. Each man has won one of the matches. Now it's time to settle the feud, see who's going to walk away with all the bragging rights. The Burke Invitational Gauntlet to crown the number one contender to the NWA World Women's Championship. So much talent on there, and that's what I was joking about, that Joe's daughter, Ivy, she could be in the match. We don't know how many people are going to be in the match. We don't know who's in the match. We've got some of the names that have been rolling out in NWA socials. But if you have been following that, then you're going to be just as surprised as we are. I know that Dealz and Joe will be on commentary, and they're going to be there calling all the surprises and all the action as they happen, and you should be there live and in person. Go to NWALiveEvents.com, because there is going to be not only the Burke Invitational, but also the NWA United States Tag Team Championships will be on the line as Talos and Daisy Kill with Vampiro. I still don't know what the deal is with them. We'll be putting the titles on the line against the Slime Balls, the Country Gentlemen with Joe Kazana, and the now ultra aggressive Fixers. We also will find out.
How's that fair? How's that fair? Go back.
What?
They gotta wrestle like 3 different guys. What happened? Why?
Listen, maybe they upset somebody who owns a company that makes matches. Who knows? Who knows? Speaking of who knows, we're going to find out who is going to be the NWA Junior Heavyweight #1 contender as Alex Misery faces Jack Cartwheel. These two men are willing to do anything and everything in wrestling matches. This one will probably be one of the ones that you have to see to believe. Could they steal the show? If they steal the show, they better bring it back because people need to watch it. We also have another 4-way match, heavyweight 4-way. Mims with Black G's. Mims, of course, and G's. They've been a union now that people are just talking about all over the wrestling world, and G's is making his return to Philadelphia, his home away from home, against Brian Idol, Burchell, and the man that we keep on hearing about in the chat from Exodus, Carson Drake, as being the worst of the worst. Will he win? Who knows? But anyway,
he might.
Away as champion, they obviously are going to immediately be in contendership for all sorts of titles in NWA. But who is going to win that match? Well, again, you got to be there to find out. Or if you can't be there live and in person, this will be taped for future upcoming episodes of NWA programming. So you can watch it just on a delay, but still you'd rather find out things as they happen, because that is what matters. Speaking of matters, we have the It Girls trying to get the NWA Women's Tag Team Championships off of current champions, the King Bees. Of course, Ella Envy is a 3-time NWA World Women's Champion.
3-time.
Tag Team Champion, 3-time. And she's always been able to do it with a different tag team partner. Makes me wonder if Samantha Starr just really wanted to be able to say she's the tag team champion and just joined and went with Ella because she's like, hey, the odds, history. Will it repeat? You have to tune in to find out, because the King Bees are not one to be messed with. And when you feel the sting, you feel the sting. And speaking of champions and stinging and all sorts of things, Blunt Force Trauma versus the Immortals in a Liberty Bell Brawl match. I have no idea what in the blue hell a Liberty Bell Brawl match.
None of us do.
We've speculated. Joe and I talk about it. We go, could it be this? Could it be that? Could it be anything? All I know, Philadelphia, Liberty Bell, Odinson Kratos, BFT, Brawl. Put it all together, NWA 76, Liberty Bell Brawl. Yes, EC3 has been the overman because he is overman. Well, we still got a couple more matches to talk about, including Thrubilly Silent Mason against Colby Carrino. This one, I don't know. That match is going to be one hell of a battle. Joe, what is that face?
Nothing. It's sometimes people do terrible comments, and I almost clicked on it, and I was like, "Whoa!"
Guys, don't put terrible comments in the chat. And of course, then we also have the NWA World Women's Championship will be on the line as Kenzie Page on the line. Ooh, you could tell I want to be drinking right now. Kenzie Page will be defending the championship. Who her opponent will be, well, you're going to have to tune in to find out. EC3 will also be defending, and the big rumor is that a certain national champion may cash in, but we don't know yet. We're just speculating.
Well, and I think the big thing here is that what we want to talk about talk to EC3 about tonight is like, I mean, will EC3 even be the champion at the time of NWA 76? He's got 2 matches in between that we're aware of. So
you mean to tell me this graphic might be wrong about Meetha Stars and NWA? NWA
he'd still be a star.
Have the goal. Will he have the 10 pounds?
You know what? The championship's not in this. Never mind. That's a good graphic. We call those evergreen, where there's no titles. Or
did you know? By the way, just before we move on, did you know about this? The Smashing Pumpkins bourbon.
What?
that's available. Not that Billy Corgan, our president and owner, even drinks, but it's bourbon whiskey with midnight or Madame Zuzu's midnight rose tea infused.
Ooh, where did you get
Anyway,
that?
I have a bottle. Well, it's sold through a company called Sealbach online. You can get it, and
Oh,
but Chloe set them up over there, and
very nice.
so anyway.
Speaking of the
Interesting. You can
pumpkins,
check
if
that
you
out.
guys are finding your way around the United States right now, you might run into the Smashing Pumpkins. They're on tour right now with their Worlds of Empire North American tour. And actually, this coming up date right here, I'm touching it with my gimmick on the screen, and nobody can see that I have a mouse on this. 8/21 St. Louis, Missouri. There will be a wrestling component in that as WLW. Trevor Murdoch, Leland Race. They are going to be having some wrestling exhibitions going on at that. And then also we are going to be at a upcoming event in Chicago that we will have announced later on this week. So we'll hold on to that.
Look at this.
Yeah, you and me will be at the Chicago gimmick for the 3-day thing, but we'll talk about that later. That's next week.
Willie in the chat comparing EC3 to Ric Flair, Jack Briscoe, Dusty Rhodes, Harley Race, the Funks, Ricky Steamboat, good NWA World Heavyweight Champions.
I see
obviously
our
nobody
guest shaking his head. Yeah,
nobody is here for us, guys. So let's not waste any time. Yeah.
What about Brent Albright?
Yeah. What about one of Kyle's cousins, Brent Albright?
Shout out Willie bringing the facts, the knowledge, the absolute truth. Willie B. Steamin' Willie B. Good call. I am just like Jack. I am just like Dory. I'm just like Terry. I'm just like Rick. I'm just like Ricky. I'm just like Dusty. I'm just like them all, except for the fact that I'm current, I'm modern, I'm here in the now, and I'm presently the NWA Worlds Heavyweight Champion, and I will remain the NWA Worlds Heavyweight Champion, so don't worry about the evergreen flyer. 824, NWA Exodus is producing, promoting. We're on NWA's YouTube. It's a huge moment for Exodus Pro's journey too. It's the second journey, and I will be taking on the most marketable Richard Holiday, which is a big match that would sell out any arena in any country, and it just so happens to be at the Exodus Pro Arena, aka the Tree Lawn, this Saturday, and is damn near a sellout. So, gentlemen, thank you for having me.
This is exciting. I'm excited that I get to watch it. I couldn't be there, so it's cool that I get to watch it. What happened to that eye?
He slept
I think I was in my 74th title defense this Sunday in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, against young fanny pack kid Cal Hero, who, listen, if anybody's watching this who's not in the office, it isn't me. We need to put that kid under contract. He is a phenomenal talent. The sky is the limit. I, of course, defeated him, but I defeat everybody. That's neither here nor there. But we had an excellent match up in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, his hometown. So A, sign Cal Hero. B, yeah, I think it was my 73rd title defense, but I did get kneed in the face, and, things happen.
Yeah.
Cal Hero's been on this show. We're big fans of Cal over here. He was
should,
a great
man.
guest.
Like, if we want to get younger, we want to get fresher, we want to get hip and cool with the party people, the fanny pack kid is one to do.
We also sell fanny packs with the 10 pounds of gold over at
Actually,
nationalwrestlingalliance.com.
It's funny. Yeah, it's funny you mentioned that because in my current contract negotiations with the NWA office, I have claimed 20% of those fanny packs. So
it's actually a belt bag, Gary. You can even wear it around.
Belt bag. Oh, okay.
Different than a fanny pack. It's not just a fanny pack. Wear it anyway.
What do they call them in the UK? The bum bag?
Yeah, I think so.
It's like a ball bag.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
We should get Tom Latimer on here and ask him. Speaking of which,
yes.
You don't have a challenger yet for NWA 76. And of course, the locker room hubbub, the rumors, the innuendo is that our national champion may cash in and come after the world title at 76. Is this a head game thing? Is he not even going to do it? And he's just talking and rumoring people and whispering in their ears so people tell us? What's the story? What do you think's going on?
If Tom with an H, my most notorious opponent and the one man, possibly on the roster, maybe, 20 to 22% chance could, defeat me. If he's starting to play head games, he's starting to get it.
So perhaps I do not have an opponent for 76 yet, but like regardless, my name sells alone. Tom Latimer not having totally cashed in that title shot, I wouldn't be surprised. I am prepared for anything. I'm prepared for all, and I'm always prepared for Tom Latimer. But yeah, I guess the hubbub is that he may cash it in, and it's a good strategy. I've done it once. The thing about it, though, is you can't repeat the past, Tom. History does not repeat itself. It may rhyme, but it does not repeat itself. So if he does cash in the national championship, which honestly I don't think he should, what I think he should do is focus on making that, the most prestigious title it can possibly be. I mean, the brown strap, it's really cool. There's a lot of history behind the national title. Hell, I was a national champion, so that means it's really awesome. But if he can kind of hunker down and build that legacy as a national champion, I think that'd be a very good strategy for him. If you think about basketball, Karl Malone, Hall of Famer, one of the greatest to ever play it. Did he ever beat Jordan? No. So, Tom, Karl Malone ain't a bad guy to be. In fact, Karl Malone's a hell of a wrestler, too. I don't know if you guys watched WCW back in the day.
It's true. Yeah. He felt the
It's
best.
actually Brian Russell that Michael hit the shot over, so Carl can blame it on him.
Okay.
Yeah.
We're talking sports now.
Maybe Tom could beat Ronnie Garvin. He could find his Black Bart and have a feud with the national title. That's what you're saying.
Ronnie Garvin's sweet. The Garvin stop, I stole it from, I stole it from Randy when I do it, but Ronnie's cool too.
He tried to start a rumor that it was Kyle that was coming after you, but people weren't going with it.
Well, as his performance on Carneyland dictated, he's very well in the mix.
Oh, Jesus.
We can't forget, though, that the Journey is coming up on this Saturday. And, you've got another opponent there.
There he is.
Richard Holiday wants his flowers.
He does.
And he's aiming to get those by defeating you for the 10 pounds of gold.
Yeah, Richard Holiday is a fantastic competitor. I mean, he obviously modeled himself after early EC3, and we know that's a recipe for success. Look at the wrestling world at this moment. But another guy I think NWA should be highly invested and interested in is a guy like Richard Holiday. He's I brought him into Exodus because I see a lot of value in him. I see his potential. I know how great he is. I know how great he can be. I wanted to give him that platform. Unbeknownst to me, he shockingly, punched me in the face, turned on me. I think cost me a match. It wasn't a title match, but I think Carson Drake ended up pinning me, which is just a damn near disgrace. Then he hit me in the head with my own title. He made me bleed my own blood in Cleveland, where I'm kind of like Jerry Lawler now. And I expect that, I wanted to give him the platform. I wanted him to make the right decisions that would benefit him so he can get on that radar, perhaps get his flowers, but they will not come 8/24. If he does have flowers 8/24, it'll be from me planting them in his grave after I bury him.
I don't think if people don't know, Holiday's got an amazing story. Just the path that he's taken, on his way back to the ring here to this world title shot. I mean, he's a guy. I mean, obviously, who will not is. I guess he appreciates the value of not wasting time, so he's headed straight for the top. He's headed for the king.
Yeah, when we were cordial, friendly, dare I say, him telling me his story and dude, the dude beat cancer, and it's really hard to boo a guy that beat cancer, except for the fact Richard Holiday is a dick. So you can boo him. But his story's amazing. What he's overcome has been amazing. What he's doing independently is, it's excellent body of work he's putting out there. And the flowers things, it's cool. It's cool. It's not going to, give him a victory 8/24 at Journey 2. But besides that, there's so much I'm so excited to bring to the NWA audience. I'm so happy we get this opportunity to be on the YouTube and just,
That's going to be live here, right?
Yeah, we have all these subscribers, so let's spam them with some off the wall good stuff. And what we have in Exodus is I'm really proud of everybody that's been involved in Exodus, what we're doing, what we're building. Some would call us the top territory, but I don't care about any of the other territories. I just care about what we're building, and what we're building is the best, and I can't wait for people to see it.
So let's
First
just make sure
territory to get that. Yeah, I love
people in the chat get this. If you're watching this on our YouTube channel, watching this anywhere on that YouTube, the NWA YouTube channel, Saturday at 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Central. Is that the right time?
Oh no, we start at 6:05.
Ooh,
Look
see,
at
there
that.
we
I
go.
like that.
Let's put that in the chat right here. Saturday.
Yes, I'm sorry.
6:05. No, you're good.
Bring that graphic back up.
We may do a little some haha beforehand though, but I would say solid 6:30. We're going to be off to the races and cooking.
Oh yeah, baby.
And is that Eastern or
Eastern.
Central?
Eastern.
Cleveland's
Yes.
in the Eastern
Cleveland
time.
time. Cleveland time.
Yes, Cleveland time as we call it. Correct.
This is great. And well, I'm excited about that match. I'm excited to see what you do at 76. You're actually gonna hit 365 days as champion next Tuesday if you get there. So that's just I don't doubt you. I'm just saying, just
Anything can happen in a professional wrestling ring. Anybody can win and or lose a fight. I do like my chances. I do like what I do because I'm the best at what I do. And I will just say, see you next Tuesday. If you understand that, you get what I'm saying.
All right.
I like that.
Let's
Let's not forget this Tuesday though,
Cornbread gets it.
because
Yes.
I this Tuesday you also have another defense.
Oh my
This
God.
guy,
Wow.
look at this guy. EC3 is defending against the young KC Kazana.
No
I don't want to
bubble gum.
overlook this guy. He's been impressive every time we've seen him in the ring so far. Now he's getting a Worlds Heavyweight Championship shot.
I like to pay it forward to the youngins, and Casey's definitely a kid with potential. He hails from the notorious, famous wrestling family, the Kazanas.
Whoa.
But
Heat, huh?
yeah, Casey's only been wrestling, I think, a year and a half, maybe 2 years. Full-grown mustache, which I didn't get till I was 30 years old, so kudos to the young guys.
I don't know, EC. I lost to Sharpie at one of the tapings, and he showed up with a mustache ever since. So I don't know if there's a real mustache.
Well, we'll certainly take him for a mustache ride this Tuesday on Power. Make sure you download the CW app immediately. Casey's,
Whoa now.
yeah, Casey's. We've had him up at Exodus. Him and his goofy big brother. I do enjoy the Kazanas. I see an evolution in their future though, because what I see now, and maybe like this Tuesday, I kind of give Casey a lesson in it, but like who they are and what they can be. And I think they could be so much more.
You think he's there's a missing ingredient for young Casey?
Yeah, I think there's a missing ingredient the Kazana family's holding back. I don't think they're truly embodying, dare I say, themselves in the best way possible. So maybe,
is there a little heat ski? Because they're always talking about how they're the best territory and first territory.
Whatever, I don't care because I don't I don't concern myself with second place. What do I do? I only concern myself with what I'm building, and what I'm building is the best. And yeah, they like to shoot the jargon. They kind of take their little shots. I actually have a company decree: we pay no mind to the people that are behind us because we set the tone, we set the standard. And this Saturday, we're going to set another standard with Journey 2.
Why is Exodus Pro in the chat asking for EC3 versus Papa Joe?
Well, apparently they want EC3 to lose the World Heavyweight Championship. Apparently.
Whoa!
I don't think Exodus Pro wants that to happen. That'd be silly.
No, I don't.
But
No, you don't want that smoke.
Papa Joe.
I think they're talking about Kazana, not.
Yes.
Oh, well,
Yeah.
I was like Big Papa over here. See,
Oh,
I haven't slept in
other
I haven't
Papa.
slept in 3 days.
Yeah. Yeah.
Me neither, but I don't have a child. So congrats, by the way.
Thanks.
Lovely.
Papa G over here shooting. Gee,
Yeah.
no, I think they're talking about Kazana.
Yeah, you can wrestle that guy.
I think I want and I hope and I do pray that one day I will be in the ring with Joe Kazana because I've watched his matches on YouTube, all 3 of them. They're a sight to behold. And I've always had this kind of weird, I don't know, maybe it's a niche, maybe it's a fetish, I'm not quite sure, where I kind of defeat an elder, like a Sting, like a Kurt Angle, like a Matt Hardy, like a Bobby Lashley, like a Jeff Hardy. I can keep going.
Shark
Like
Boy.
a Tyrus. But I kind of absorb their powers a little bit. It's kind of like the
Highlander.
Yes, I'm very Highlander-ish.
Oh, you're the only one.
Yeah, like
I'm so glad my feed's working again for this now that I can hear you clearly, because I picked the right time for my internet to start working again.
Yeah, I mean, some would say Lorenzo Lamas's best work was Renegade, and I'd be one of those. But at the same time, him as a Highlander was super cool.
Yeah, but don't forget Bobby
Six Lorenzo Lamas.
Come on.
No, Lorenzo Lamas was not Highlander.
He was the Renegade. You're thinking of
He was the Renegade.
Adrian Paul was the TV
Adrian
show
Paul,
Highlander.
baby.
We're going to say it was
Love
Renegade.
Potion number 5.
It was
I
a
just wanted
Renegade.
to-
And Bobby
I just wanted
Six
to-
Killer.
Tell us in the chat, folks.
I just wanted to
EC3's
talk
trying
about
to get the
favorite
quickening. That's what we're talking about here.
Guys,
Uh,
listen, if you're in the chat now, if you've never heard of Renegade, I strongly urge after this chat is over to hop onto YouTube and to look at the Renegade opening video. And if you don't tell me that minute and 15 seconds makes you want to go back in time to college and drink a bunch of Natty Lights and watch the entire series with your boys like I did, then I don't know what to tell you. But I mean,
and next thing you know, we're going to be talking about the late night Fox action hour that was on syndication with like Time Tracks, and Hercules was on there, and Mantis, and all these other shows of that era. I'm glad you brought up Renegade, because I brought this up like 3 months ago to somebody, and they're like, "What in the hell are you talking about?" And I was like, "Yes."
I think I can do the whole opening in my head. Let me try. He was a cop and he was good at his job, but he committed this sin, the ultimate sin. He testified against other cops. Cops gone bad. They tried to kill him, but they killed the woman he loved instead. Framed for murder. Now he prowls the Badlands, an outlaw hunting outlaws, a renegade. Then it kicks in.
well, that's got to
And
go
if
on
anybody
social
here is
media
a
at some
comic
point.
book fan, in the same era, Marvel had one of the Buckies come back as Nomad, and he pretty much was Lorenzo Lamas Renegade, right down to the duster, the 5 o'clock shadow, and everything.
I think Renegade came on shortly after Beastmaster.
You find a way to take something kind of niche and cool and turn it into just like you kick it over the nerdy line, like just too far. Like,
Kyle?
Yeah, Kyle.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Kyle was, when we were, I don't think Carneyland captured this, but when we were the only 2 freaking capable adults driving a bunch of idiot pro wrestlers around the country for Smashing Pumpkins tours and shows, we had I was not a big comic fan. So I was really kind of grilling him on consistency within the comics and the context and like how they retcon things, and he knew it all, and like the amount of different stories told him. Well, then Superman, they kind of restarted here and then they went back in time.
Oh, the convoluted crisis reboots, merging of things in DC. And then Mims also on that road trip was asking about ECW stuff, so I had a whole conversation with him about that. The
Also,
one clip
Renegade
that really
was
made it
the
on
Ultimate
Carneyland.
Warrior knockoff. Remember that?
Cosmic Joe. What the?
What did he say? I missed it.
I would pay good money to see the Renegade. Oh no, he's talking about WCW.
He's talking about WCW Renegade.
Yeah. All right. I get it.
Yeah, if you paid good money to see him, I have a feeling the body's not in good condition at this point.
We're talking about brother on the motorcycle hung out with Bobby Six Killer.
Yeah.
Bobby didn't get enough love. All right.
He did. Had that huge mullet, super long, bigger than
And Bobby
Thrillbillies.
Six Killer is in the first season of Miami Vice as like a valet at one point, because I watched it recently and I was like, holy shit, he's in the background.
Now, if you look close enough,
What is happening right now in the chat? We've got Joe Kazana in the chat. 3 matches. If we see EC3 versus Joe Kazana match, we go old school, 2 out of 3 falls. 1 at Exodus, 1 at JCP, but I'd be concerned about tomorrow. And if you do manage to get past KC, you should worry about Saturday.
No, yeah, I think Joe has a very good point. We can probably do the 2 out of 3 falls because he'll come up to Exodus and I'll beat him, and then I'll go down to JCP, and I'll beat him, and then there won't be a third because why would there be? I won 2 out of 3. But till then, yes, I should have my focus set on his young lad.
If there was, though, where would the third one be? Chicago?
The Moon.
All right.
Ooh.
That'd be kind of cool. Me and Joe and Kyle get to call that one.
The Kazanas were involved in a Moon Pie commercial, so they will have the advantage at the Moon. I'm just letting you know. That's a real talk. They were in a Moon Pie commercial.
They were.
as was Thrill Billy. Tomorrow night, NWA Power. Of course, you need to get past Casey Kazana. I'm not going to lie. I have the utmost faith in you, but I don't want you to look past that, young man, because this weekend you also are going to be in competition, as we've already stated. Journey to August 24th, bell time 6:05. You can watch that on the NWA YouTube page. And then 1 week from then, if you are successful, I'm pulling for you. I think you're going to be successful, but I've been known to be wrong. You are going to be at NWA 76 in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Our anniversary show, go to NWALiveEvents.com. And if you can't be there in person, it will be aired as future episodes of NWA programming. But I'd rather you're there live in person because history can be made. The Overman World Championship defending. You get that sweet ass shirt that Danny Dealz is wearing next to me.
That's cool.
Yeah.
We have great NWA merch. Like the company brand logo, like the design you guys do is like super cool.
I try very hard.
Yeah, human beings can wear that and not be like,
glad to hear that.
Show.
For those people there, you can visit the NWA shop. You can scan the code right here, or just go to nationalwrestlingalliance.com/shop, or just go to nationalwrestlingalliance.com. There's a little drop-down menu at the top of the screen. You can click on it and make things happen.
And after EC3 goes through all of this, surpasses 1 year as champion, moves past NWA 76, it's off to Uganda, right?
Yeah, tell us about this.
I mean, we're in talks with Soft Ground Wrestling. I think one thing that is put a little damper in is there's a bunch of, internet jargon about some sort of like illicit fund stealing or something. So having the legal team look into that before I commit. But yeah, Loverboy, like my contract with Soft Ground that I've started writing strictly states the match cannot take place in a ring, though. So if the ring shows up by then, I'm not doing it. But in that mud, I will go toe-to-toe with Loverboy, who has apparently 1.2 million followers on Instagram. He's some sort of fitness influencer. Real jacked, real stud. I've seen his work. I've seen his workout videos. Very impressive. But yeah, I think Gary said it best when we were, talking strategy. Like this will be or can be, and it should be, and I plan on it being not only the most fruitful NWA title reign of all time, but the craziest as well. So being down in soft ground, wrestling Joe Kazana on the moon, these are all very, very, very real possibilities. But we got to take care of business first. Casey tomorrow, marketable Saturday, whomever at 76. What's intriguing about 76, though, as a history buff, and though we can't repeat, we can make it rhyme. It's 30 years to almost the day, I believe, Shane Douglas threw the NWA title down and declared it ECW.
I want to say he threw it down on the 25th or the 26th. So we're just shy there. But yes, it was the throwing down the NWA title to try to make a legacy of another brand. And then the weirdness of all of this, of course, is look who's still here.
Yep. That is we win. God,
the tortoise and the hare.
Yeah. But here's, like you think of the parallels of that too. EC quote W, EC3. I mean, what's to stop me from rechristening after my epic victory at 76, the NWA championship, the EC3 championship? Who knows? I don't know. I'm all in. Spitting.
I was just speaking of NWA anniversary shows. I was just looking through pictures the other day trying to find some stuff because you're going to be doing some press for the company, of course, coming up. And one of the photos I found was you running around in a mask. And I forgot that there was one entire day where literally you got to the building wearing a mask. You wore it throughout the day. You wore it for a weigh-in. You had two different colored eyes.
That was before the debut of the Overman.
That's right.
I will never forget that.
It's kind of like when is it a worm? I don't know.
An Ouroboros that eats its own tail? The snake.
Or you're talking about a caterpillar before it becomes a butterfly.
Even better. Yes. I'm not a biology major. I'm just a philosophy amateur. But yeah, so like I wasn't ready to like christen myself that. So I still have the mask. I keep it in my bag just in case. You never know.
In case I get pulled over, so I can put it on and be like, officer, I don't know what's happening right now. One of the things that changed.
When you loser leaves, you need the mask to come back on.
Oh, maybe it'll be the black caterpillar.
Yeah, or the
Comes
silver
back as
tray.
the
The
Exodus.
silver tray.
We hung on long enough that Joe Kazana's even giving EC3 his props here. So
Nice.
Joe and I like to trade barbs, but there's a very, very, very large amount of respect between Joe and I. So,
You know, the third match could be in the cave. There's a cave in East Tennessee. It's called like the Lost Sea Adventure or something. It could be in there.
Ruby Falls.
Just thought of that. No. It's not Ruby Falls. That's near Chat. This is in like Sweetwater.
Mike Durban just chimed in. So he was at the hotel for 76, and I showed up in the mask, and he was in the gym, and he took pictures of me, which I just went through my phone and saw the other day. So, yeah, thanks, Mike.
How did he know it was you?
The low
Yeah.
muscle.
Yeah,
The-
Mike.
He
Who
has
are
very
you who
distinct
is so
nipples.
wise in the
Very
ways of
distinct
science?
nipples.
Yeah.
no.
The tan.
Just the level of athleticism. Sorry,
The
go ahead.
use control your narrative tank top, perhaps.
I haven't got any tattoos lately. What's the next tattoo? Why is this streak stopped for the time being?
Because I lost Lola's contact, and then Jack in the Box Tattoos has been very busy, and her books are filled.
Is
And I
Fine
haven't-
Science not still open?
Yeah, all of my tattoos I've seen in dreams, and it's sort of like a roadmap to my mind, I would call it. And I haven't had one in a while, so like nothing's inspired me. But
Aw, that's sad.
the next one, if I don't see it in a dream, fun story. I get not fun, actually sad, but Bray Wyatt, when he passed and when we were at his funeral, nobody knew he was a painter, and so there's all this art displayed, and there's like these amazing paintings. I'm like, what are these? And then we found out he was actually painting in his free time. And there's this line combination that is in 3 that he had on like 1 that really infatuated me. So the next tattoo would probably be that.
And you said it's in 3, so that fits you too.
It is. He also visited me as a ghost, but we don't have enough time to talk about that.
I mean, we always have time to talk about ghosts. I'm not going to lie.
I'll come back and tell you that one. It's a long form story.
That feels like a lobby party story. More
Yeah.
than a podcast story.
Yeah.
Next weekend, NWA 76 lobby party. We're getting ghost stories. We're getting all the talk. Maybe we'll live stream something. Who knows? EC3, you have a big ass week ahead of you. You get a big ass 2 weeks ahead of you. Hell, you got a big ass 2024 ahead of you. We've taken up enough of your time. Where can people follow you on social media?
Oh, at the real EC3. And then
Of course,
yeah, I think
Exodus.
I'm shadow banned still on Instagram, which sucks because I have so many followers. But regardless, at the real EC3, and then make sure you check out Exodus Pro Journey 2 live on the NWA YouTube. If you were in a 7-hour driving radius of the great city of Cleveland, Ohio, I strongly urge you to come. ExodusProWrestling.com or ExoProWrestling.com. I don't know the website. I should. But you can find it by a simple search, and then get some tickets. We're going to sell that out. It's a really big moment for a lot of aspiring young talent who I definitely think will and should be in an NWA proper ring very, very soon.
I like this. I'm becoming a fan of a lot of the Exodus guys. They do a great job on social media. They that. I don't know, that promotion. You guys are doing something right over there. I see Pretty Boy Smooth carrying that title, and it's exciting. I'm excited to watch this show.
Make the drive, Gary.
Yeah. Thank you for platforming them too. So getting them, these reps and this experience and getting to know the NWA fans is really imperative. And Noah and I have been like playing with CapCut, and we're making all the promo packages. Like, it's very much a small operation with a lot of heart and a lot of passion and a lot of creativity and a lot of juice. So I'm excited for people to see it.
Yeah. And Smooth's going to be at the show on Saturday. He's the champ.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Rob. He'll be wrestling Dante Casanova.
Woo! That's a barn burner right there, baby.
Two big boys.
That's worth the price of admission. Just that match.
I like that.
For $20 tickets, you're absolutely right. That's worth the price.
Dante was supposed to take on Cal Hero for that championship initially.
Yeah, Cal was on here talking like he won it already. And then brother lost it.
Yep. That.
Yeah.
So he gets his chance now. All right. Well, EC3, thanks for your time, sir. We appreciate you jumping on here with us. The champ is busy. I'm sure you're flying off to some other part of the world to defend the title sometime soon. So
yeah. Tuesday.
Good to catch up with you.
Yeah, Tuesday Power, Saturday Cleveland, next Saturday Philly.
When's Uganda?
I'll be in Colorado after that title. I'll be in UK.
You'll miss that part of it, I think.
Oh, I did.
Yeah, we talked about Uganda.
I'll rewind it and watch it later.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you, EC3.
Bye, boys.
Have a good rest of your night over, man.
Be safe, brother. All right. We've talked wrestling. We've talked EC3. We've talked all things. But did we ever really talk NWA Power tomorrow night?
Not yet.
I mean, we haven't talked about the whole show.
Some damn things then here, right here, because Jax Dane is going to go against Anthony Katina, one of the up-and-coming names of the National Wrestling Alliance in NWA Chicago. This is the toughest match of Anthony's career, going against a former NWA Worlds Heavyweight Champion and Jax Dane. I'd say who you got, but I'm going to say pop that damn trunk.
I'm going to take Jax.
Yeah. I like Katina, though. And here's the thing that people might not realize from that graphic is Katina's got some size. He's not just some yokel that's coming out there. I mean, he's a big cat himself. He's young.
Got speed.
He's got speed. Yeah.
And agility, too.
Yeah.
Speaking of speed and agility, we also have the NWA World Junior Heavyweight Championship will be on the line. Who will be involved in that match? I don't know. They're not on the graphic, but you're going to have to tune in to find out. Go to CWTV.
Damn it, Habon! You screwed us again!
Go to CWTV.com to watch tomorrow. New episodes usually drop around 9 a.m. or download the CW app. No subscription required. You could be a part of it.
I'm with you, Durban.
Episodes as well.
People are going to appreciate Katina. I'm excited about Anthony Katina.
I like him.
I'm worried about him getting the trunk popped, but he looks good out there.
Speaking of being worried about people and trunks being popped, we're going to have Baron Von Storm, the madness that is Baron Von Storm, in action against Boz. Obviously, Jax Dane has been the medical, I was going to say supplement. What's the word I'm looking for? Caretaker? Either way, Jax Dane.
He's a vitamin D pill?
Joe, you know what happens? You know what happens when there's too much vitamin D? Babies are born. You got to be careful. He's already experienced this. And speaking of being careful, Boz better be careful getting into the ring with Baron Von Storm, because the claw hold is nothing to be messed with. If Jax Dane isn't there and he puts it on, there's no telling if it will get taken off or not. In fact, the best way to try to beat Baron Von Storm, take the claw hold and just hope he gets disqualified. I think that's the answer. So Boz might have a shot in this match.
That's how you can win the match. Kill yourself.
This is a great, like, Boz is a great, like,
pin me if I'm dead.
He's rugged. I like the guy. He fits right in at the NWA. I just feel like I wouldn't want to be the guy across.
And not Brian Boz right
now.
No. That's Stone Cold. That's the other one. In fact, Brian Bosworth very much had a vibe of Renegade that we were talking about earlier tonight in the movie Stone Cold.
Yep.
But moving on, that was a mullet.
That's a callback.
That's a callback, baby. And speaking of callbacks, we talked about this match. EC3 defends the NWA Worlds Heavyweight Championship against KC Kazana with Joe Kazana. This match could change the history of NWA 76. Could NWA 76 just be a rematch as KC Kazana defends the NWA World Championship against EC3? You're going to have to tune in to find out. And again, CWTV.com or the CW
How old
app.
is KC Kazana? Would he be like the youngest NWA World Heavyweight?
Who is the young? Tell us in the chat, because obviously I can't Google anything right now. Who is the youngest? Was it Von Erich? No.
I feel like it would be
Chris Candido at 22 years old.
Was it
243 days?
I was going to guess Tommy Rich. But
Tommy Rich was going to be my second guess.
Do you know who the oldest heavyweight champion was?
Tim Storm.
That is absolutely correct.
Yeah. Tim Storm was the oldest man to hold the NWA World Heavyweight Championship.
And God only knows where that guy is now.
Yeah.
I got this crazy Baron walking around.
Yep. I would have guessed Tommy Rich too, but I mean Kinsey Page. I think
for the men's
women.
Come on.
Yeah.
And then
They're
technically
like 10 pounds.
Kylie
They're about
Page
10 pounds.
because it's a World Women's Tag Team Championship. And
Well, I
so,
think Kylie Page is like the youngest
like
She was like 19.
NWA World
I don't
Champion.
remember asking you a goddamn thing.
thank you,
I
Kyle.
don't remember asking you a goddamn.
I always
not
hit it
you.
to stop it, and it makes it activate again. I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
Gary, welcome back to your podcast. This is the NWA. Monday nights, we talk wrestling,
Oh,
we
look
talk
at
about
that.
culture, we talk babies. 8 months younger than Chris was. Okay, there we go. So
KC
history
can make
could
history
be
tomorrow.
Made. Joe Galli's holding a baby. KC was a baby and still is in a lot of people's eyes, but he has an opportunity to go for the NWA Worlds Heavyweight Championship. And right now, we are 1 minute away from 8 o'clock. We are on brand. We are on point. We've been wrapping these things up on time. Gary, we are so happy that you're back on the show. Thank you for being a father to Joe Galli's baby so he can pretend he's really the dad.
No, he's
We've
the
established
twin.
that. He's
They're
the
twins.
Hey, look, I'm
They're
back.
identical twins. Obviously.
I'm back now. So we can't leave without a moment of Sal.
The world is a salad, and I'm ready to toss, man. Every leader has a big boss, man. This sniper's on the recon. The commission is the truth. Just like every word that passes by my tooth. Life is a test. You can try, but you're not prepared. Huey Lewis in the news. It's hip to be squared. Always be yourself. The salvation offers no apology. It's your choice to be the choice. Follow me. Yeah, because
Well,
little bull there at the end right there.
Sal. That was your first moment of Sal ever. Isn't that sweet?
And then, of course, I did see in the chat, of course, we did have some legends pass away as of late. Afa, and we had Kevin Sullivan and Phil Donahue, which every time I think of Phil Donahue, I just used to do this thing with the microphone where like people would say something, you'd be like, anyway, moving on. Holy shit. I can't believe somebody just put that in the chat. You are a sick human being.
I saw it too. I'll flash it on the screen there. Look at that.
That's worse than the last post that I saw.
Yeah. And the last post was anti-Semitic.
All right. Well, thanks everybody for being here. Tomorrow night, you know what? I'll give you this one last thing since I'm here and it's good to be back. I'll just play this one last little bit before we leave. The preview of tomorrow's episode.
You know what? I don't want to say I told you so, but guess what? I did. I told you so. Billy Corgan came to me and said, "Hey, Joe, you run wrestling shows. Please be my territory. NWA JCP has KC Kazana in a world title match against that long, tall drink of water EC3. Right here's a thirsty young man EC3, and over here is AJ Kazana. And AJ Kazana is tag teaming with the beautiful Taylor Rising against that boy toy model dude Brian Idol and that lingerie wearing Natalia Markova. Well, hell, the brute. He was in a Moon Pie commercial. The bottom line is, NWA JCP is the greatest territory on the face of God's green earth. And if you doubt us, try us.
I'm excited for it. I think that AJ Kazana match is coming up later on, but this is exciting. Tomorrow night, world title on the line. So much going on. NWA
Tomorrow morning, actually.
Yeah, tomorrow morning, 9 a.m. Eastern. You could see all of that. So
That's
tune
8
in.
a.m. for me and Joe.
Yeah.
And make sure you go to nationalwrestlingalliance.com/shop. That website is popping right now. Lots of cool stuff over there. Check it out. Get some merch. Thanks for being here. I'm so happy to be back. I can't keep us on so late. I'm sorry I made us run over.
It's
welcome
okay,
back,
baby.
yes. All right. Well,
Were you talking
until
about gravy
next
cakes?
week. Yeah, I was gonna say. Now, please, everyone, enjoy your gravy cakes.